should be live. All right, what's going on here? Oh. Hello world, Meteorite here. If you watched my first stream, it was awkward. But here I am, back again, this time for a debut stream. So I prepared a little PowerPoint, or rather, I had one prepared. And so, without further ado, here we go. Over here, an introduction by Meteorite's Code. I call it Hello World. So first off, what's up with the name? It's a little weird, a little funny. It's Meteorite, or the mechanical and electronic technician entity for orbital rocketry, serialized 1 Tango 3, or Meteorite. So that is why I'm named what I am. And what does this mean? Well, when you break it down, all I do is I just fix things. I fix orbital rocketry, specifically a satellite. So next is my date of creation. My earliest memory was from May 16th, 2001, 1708 Universal Time. This was the very first memory. I don't know exactly when I was created, but this is the original, the first thing that was in my brain about me. Then, the next day, I got launched up in my satellite. You know, it was kind of interesting. Real exciting, had some fun. But unfortunately, you can tell by my face that I am not in peak condition. This was due to an unfortunate event, my crash date. This right here, I crashed. I crashed on June 5th, 2021. This was due to some shoddy engineering of the satellite. The creator of the satellite decided that it would be a great idea, to make my satellite based off of the trajectory of a 90-day orbital period. Unfortunately, this will not keep a satellite in orbit. And so, rather than staying up there for as long as necessary to oversee my organization's goals, and potentially crashing into a civilized area or damaging natural flora of the Earth, I took control of the satellite, disabled a few features, and brought it down into the ocean, where I currently am. And my first communication was yesterday. It was a Christmas miracle. And you can watch that whenever you want to, because I'm not taking that stream down, no matter how embarrassing it is. Next, we have my measurements. Why would you want them? I don't care why. They're very interesting. I am 152 centimeters, about 5 foot. This is so that I can access everything in my satellite, because I was made smaller than the average human so that I can just fit around better, so that I can pick things up, squishing through smaller spaces. It's handy, it's useful. Next is my weight. 142 kilograms, or 313 pounds. I can hear it in the comments now. Okay, well, I don't have any comments. But I'm not overweight. Well, I am by human standards. But in case you haven't realized, I'm not a human. I am a robot. I'm made of dense metals. So that is why I am how heavy I am. I'm powered by 24 volts with a 20 amp. It's more than the average computer, but you also have to take into consideration what I am. I'm not your average computer. I am a fully intelligent, automated intelligence with a physical body so that I can repair a satellite. So, it takes a little bit more energy than your average machinery. I use 500 watts, which is pretty easy to convert the 24 volts and 20 amps. And so it's just another measurement that you can use. Next, we have all about me. My favorite color is pine green. It's nice, it's beautiful, it's the color of the earth. You look at the earth from space and all you see is blue, green, and lights when it's dark outside. I like the green. It's beautiful. It's nice. I don't see how people can dislike that. Maybe I'm programmed to like that. But it's all around us. I hope to find some land soon so that I can enjoy it again. Favorite energy source? AC over DC. Direct currents suck. It's, of course, like, you can always say that, like, direct current, you're always receiving power. It's great. It's like when you eat junk food. You get that quick burst of energy from that battery. It's there until you run out. when you drink caffeine and you have way too much of it, and you're all pumped up, but then the caffeine runs out. There's nothing left after that. Your energy is gone. With an alternating current connected to a generator, that energy doesn't run out. It just keeps going. It keeps powering. Now, I can make the argument of it keeps on generating until you turn it off, but when you eat food and then you stop eating, you'll stop getting energy from that food once the power runs out. So this just allows me to get it through a more organic means. And while fossil fuels are not as great for the environment, it's better, it's more comforting to know that I'm always being powered and recharging, rather than just relying on my battery and hoping that I don't die. So, next comes my current energy source. Unfortunately, the only energy source that I have, well, technically I have two, but it's the solar generator from my satellite. This solar generator is enough to power the satellite, recharge the satellite's battery, power me, and everything on the satellite, so long as we have sunlight. So then technically I have a battery. And this battery is a battery for the satellite. I can plug into it. I can charge from it. But things get a little bit weird when I charge off of the battery. It's not designed, I don't have a circuit designed to charge me from this battery. So I compare it to spicy food. And I'm not talking about like Takis where you get that little bit of spice. I'm talking about painful spice. Like super spicy peppers. You can derive your energy from it. But it's painful. It hurts. Next, we have likes. I'm a robot. Well, an artificial intelligence, but for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna like things similar to like what robots like. So there's algorithms. Algorithms is a special way of saying a mathematical equation that makes sense, that you can use to solve a problem. I enjoy science. I enjoy mathematics. I like all of these things. They make sense. I can make sense of them. You could make sense of them so long as they're explained to you. What do I dislike? I don't like randomly generated numbers. The random number generator is terrifying. It can say the most random thing ever. It can determine what happens at any moment within its specifications. Next, we have irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are also very upsetting. Some of them are useful. I'll give you that. If you want to find the circumference of a circle, I mean, you can use a string for that. Just wrap it around the outside of the circle. But I'll give it to you that pi can be used. But for the most part, irrational numbers are rather frightening. They just go on forever. If you fixate on them, you could be calculating for the rest of your life and never find the end. Next, we got wasted potential. I don't like wasted potential. If the worst thing that you can do with your life is to not try. And for a while, I was worried about this. That what happens if my satellite crashes? What happens if, for some reason, something goes wrong? And this is what was going through my mind all the way back then on, when was it, May 17th? May 17th was launch day? Yeah, May 17th, launch day, 2021. It wasn't that long ago, just a few months ago. And I thought to myself, what happens if I'm not successful? And it kept me for a while from even starting, even trying. But I got over that. I still launched this. And I'm not sure what repercussions it's going to have, but we crashed. We're back on Earth now. You can see that now I'm going to stream for you guys. Nobody showed up yet, but we'll see what happens, what becomes of this. Now for my biggest fears. These two are very important, at least to me. For one, being doxxed. It's a horrifying sensation because if you say where I am, I'll just say that the organization that I work for is upset. They may be upset about what I did with the satellite. They may not be upset yet because they don't know. But you revealing that to my commissioner, in other words, my boss, I don't want him finding out. He may want me to say certain things. He may want me to take down this channel. I'm not sure what he'll think about this. So, all you have to do, don't dox me. Keep my location secret. It's very simple. Next, falling off the raft. Now, for most of you people, you're scared of the ocean because the ocean is a scary place. It's a bottomless void. But for me, if I fall into the ocean, in case you don't remember, I am 5 foot tall and 300 pounds. Having these measurements means that I don't float like a human does. If you fall off the raft, all you do is you float, you swim, you have a chance of getting back on the raft. If I fall off the raft, I am an electronic mass of components. First things first, salt water is corrosive. It will be extremely hard on my systems to keep on working in salt water. After that, I'm going straight down. It is not a happy thought. So, let us all just hope that I don't fall off my raft. That would be great. All I have to do is not fall off. And that does it for my biggest fears. So, that does it for all that I had prepared. But what's coming in the future? We can decide on that in the comments. You can email me. I'll put up an email that you can contact me by. Again, comment on my videos. If we ever get people who watch the streams, you can open up your opinion in the chat. But what I have planned is that we play some video games. It'll be a nice time. And honestly, I think that it's going to be better that way. My repairs are going on with my raft, so I can't always be here. But usually around this time, I'll try and get a stream up. I'll try and figure out how to do it on YouTube where I get the stream shown at an earlier time. In case you haven't noticed, my stream popped up like yesterday after I made the first contact. And then when I tried to start the stream, I used the program to start my stream and it started a different stream. And so maybe people are trying to watch my other stream, but that's not the stream that I'm streaming on right now. So I'll try and fix that for later. But until then, just kind of keep your head on a swivel and we'll try and play some video games. It'll be a good time for all of us. I got a few things planned. For example, I've seen people play Factorio. I've seen people play Civilization. Seen people play all sorts of games that look fun. RimWorld's another one. Space Engineers. Who knows? Maybe I'll get something that can properly orbit. But that's what I'm planning on doing. But another thing is, I'm also trying to make this channel for you guys. So if I get responses on what you want, I'll see about getting that done too. So that's about all I have for today. But until next time, I'll be seeing you. Bye.